shining, hailing from all the way from Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Florida. To get us started, could you please give us a suggestion of anything, an object, a location, a word that you like the sound of? Just
Type it into the Facebook and
yes,
we'll get
type
it.
it into
We'll
the
see it.
Facebook, and then
Yeah.
we will be able to get that special suggestion to inspire our show and our stories.
I just hit my goal on that, just FYI.
Nice. Big props.
I have 10,000 of those.
You have a goal for these? I love it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting them now. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yes, we are.
Not sure how to
Earthquake.
take that one.
Okay.
Earthquake.
Go ahead. Let's get going.
All right.
We've
So
got
earthquake reminds me of living in Chile. And in Santiago, I never realized, and perhaps if I had, I would have not necessarily have moved there, has the same geographic coast as California does. So they're on a huge, huge fault line. And my second daughter was born in Chile, and she was just a baby. And for some reason, my ex-husband and I decided to send away my toddler to the farm in the south of Chile. So it was just him and myself and this baby that we had sleeping upstairs. And my mother had brought me a Jane Fonda exercise video. And I just thought that was the coolest thing, because in Chile, we couldn't get anything like that. So I was in the middle of doing whatever Jane Fonda did in those days, when all of a sudden it was like a train coming and you could hear it. And it was like nothing I had ever, I mean, I had been through hurricanes in Florida, but this was just like a train coming. And then all of a sudden the house just shook like what seemed like forever. And I remember us in slow motion running upstairs to try and get the baby. And outside, when I looked, there were cars that were going up and down and up and down. And it was like almost an 8 point something on the Richter scale. And I remember when I moved back to the States, I couldn't ever go in a mall, because a mall, if you were on the second level, felt just like the beginning of an earthquake.
So that reminds me of when I was an undergrad at University of Massachusetts, Amherst, very important to add that part to it. And we went to a party, a house party, and it was down on Hobart Lane. I still remember on Hobart Lane. I'm like, oh, is anybody gonna get in trouble for this? Probably not. And the party was in a 2-story house. And of course, where do you, when you're planning a party as a bunch of undergrads, where do you put the keg? Well, you put the keg out on the deck outside the second story, right? And so a friend and I were like, okay, let's go get a beer. And we went out on the deck, and like almost literally exactly as we both stepped onto the deck collapsed. And so the deck fell from the second story down to the first story. Now, thank goodness it was early in the evening, because nobody was underneath the deck, which I'm sure later in the evening you would have had couples underneath the deck. But so the police came and the firemen came, and I distinctly remember that the fireman was like picking me up, doing the over the shoulder fireman carry. And I was like, oh, no, I'm too heavy. I'm too heavy. Don't try to carry me. And he's like, ma'am, I'm a fireman. I think I can carry you up to the street. But I swear, to this day, still think it was my weight that caused the porch to fall at the party.
All right, you're reminding me of a story. So I moved and then got a different job, and all these different things, happened. And so I don't think I ever really had like a doctor, like you have a doctor. I don't think I ever really had a doctor, but I was definitely in an area that was like new when I got my house and everything, and I needed to have a doctor. So I found this guy. I won't say the person's name, but it's kind of a funny name. It's not like funny in and of itself, but it's just funny.
Is it like Brett?
No, yeah, right. It's not like that, but it's just funny. Maybe I'll say it.
Say it.
And his name's Dr. Burns. I think he's retired now, actually. And I went to go see Dr. Burns about 2 or 3 different times, and I was like, he has kind of like an interesting bedside manner. Like he's more like he's very like old school and like tends towards like man of few words, not necessarily like very gruff, but like a little curt maybe, you know. So I had told him, you know, like the story of my life, whatever, over the course of the previous 3 visits, and the fourth time that I went in, he remembered that I had been in the army, and so he's like, you know, doing the last like stages of my physical. It was like a yearly physical, and he was like, "You were in the army. I remember you told me you were in the army, right?" And I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "Yeah, they make you do like push-ups and sit-ups." And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You should probably start doing the sit-ups again." And I was like, I can't believe an actual doctor said that to me. Like, you were on the fence of whether or not I was going to keep coming to you, but you win. But then, not long after that, we drove by his office. I was with my nephew, and my nephew was like, "Oh, that looks like a crack house." And I was like, "That's my doctor's office." So I decided maybe he's not that great of a doctor.
So your sister, she's happier now. We sent her off to the farm. She's in a happier place now.
This isn't like when you sent the dog off to the farm, is it?
Oh, yes, it's very, very, very similar. You know, Fluffy's happy. Susie's happy. You don't have to raise your hand, but yes. Honey?
Mom, why don't I get to go to the farm?
Well, we could probably arrange that. You're pretty sassy.
I want to go to the farm. I mean, Fluffy, Susie, I think Mr. Burke down the street, I think he went to the same farm. I want to go to the farm.
You know, it's a lot of work though. I mean, it's bucolic, but you do have to milk the cows. You gotta, shovel things. It's not all happy.
Tag Kim. Hello, Mother. As you've requested, I've prepared a thesis statement. I would like to have more Rice Krispies. The reason I would like to have them is because I am a growing lad. Growing lads need nutrition, and if you care to observe the nutritional information in Rice Krispies, I think that you will see it contains many of the United States recommended daily allowance of a lot of different vitamins. Point of order.
You, Tommy, you're going to the farm.
Tag out Rick. Mother, I've written you this letter. Can I read it for you?
Well, I could. Yeah, sure.
I feel it's best if I read it out to you. That way I can express to you what I'm feeling. Dear Mom, I really need you to buy me some sexy underwear. You see, I'm getting older, and the grandma panties that you've continued to buy me are no longer, what can I tell you, Mom? They're not making me popular at school. A boy noticed them and said that my underwear reminded him of his Gigi, his grandma. So, Mom, I need new underwear, Mom.
There's a place for you, a quieter place, a calm place, a place with no teenage boys. You'll join Fluffy and Grandpa and all the rest, and I'm sure your underwear will fit right in.
Tag out Susan.
Thanks, Susan.
Did you come back from the farm? What are you?
Sweepity sweep, sweep, sweep. I have got to go on a diet. You know, when I go on vacation, I literally put on like 12 pounds.
Look, I just want to be clear. I'd love to carry you over the threshold. I want to make sure.
I just, I mean, I know that if you try, you know, you've been working out, you've been doing your abs and everything. I think you
I
can
knew
give it a
this day
shot,
was
but
coming. Yeah.
I just don't weigh what I weighed when we got married.
I mean, I could.
Could you just kind of?
Yeah, can you just walk beside me and? Oh, I could put my arms like this, and we could pretend like they were
Like I
right.
could put my leg. Oh, no.
Just
Does that mean
put a hole in
you're
the
not
couch.
gonna do it? You're not
Oh,
gonna do
gosh.
it, are you?
Couch is ruined now. No, I'd love to figure out a way to do it. It's just that.
What if I lost the weight? What if I went to Weight Watchers?
Yeah, I mean, nothing says it's not written anywhere that I have to carry across the threshold tonight.
No, that's not tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Cut to
diet.
6 months later. It's 6 months later. You're doing great. I think I can push you towards the kitchen at this point.
I've gained another 5 pounds.
Sweepity sweep, sweep, sweep. Look out! Disaster!
No. That movie's never gonna fly. I mean, it was awful.
It was terrible. I mean, we've done 25 cuts now.
I mean, somebody has got to tell Johnny B that when he farts on camera, we can all hear it. Does he not think everybody can hear it?
And half the crew left the last time because it was just gross.
It's like it smells like a farm with cows that had diarrhea.
How's the editing going?
Can we get back to you?
Johnny.
Yeah.
I mean, words can barely even describe.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Oh God, Johnny. Oh no, Johnny.
Wait, just wait for it. Wait for it. There's a sound. There's a sound that comes with this.
No, Johnny, please, God, no.
Oh
Johnny,
my God.
we've got 6 cuts that have that sound.
Karen, go get some of your grandma's underwear. Johnny's obviously going to need it.
If you have any granny's panties, I'll wear them. Oh God, what a mess! Don't step in this.
You got to tell him, please.
Who casted this idiot? I mean,
Look, I owed him a favor, okay?
Now we get to the truth. Now we get to the bottom of it. You didn't tell me.
Look, I knew you'd be annoyed again.
It's freaking Johnny B. We had him on that last movie and it bombed.
I know, but my sister and him, and it just like the whole thing blew up, and I just thought this would help.
Dude, we've invested $10,000.
This scene about casting reminds me of when I was cast. I was 12 years old. I was cast in the church musical David and the Giants. I was David. But I only got to play at like the 9:30 service because the minister's son was David at the 11 o'clock service. But it was really quite an honor, and I think really my my biggest role ever. And if you ever wanted to hear me sing from that show, I could do it.
Sing it, sing it,
Sing it.
sing it, sing it.
Just
What
the next
does that remind you of?
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna.
That reminds me of when I went to summer camp at Somerton Springs, and that was when I found out that when we did the swimming part, that my sister was a shark and I was a minnow. I think I told the story before.
Yes.
The kid fell in, and they were like, "Why didn't you help him?" And I was like, "Because I'm a minnow." That was Somerton Springs. They had a play, and I had no interest in doing it, but they needed someone to be the king, and I was like, "What does the king do?" And they're like, "He doesn't have any lines. He just sits on the throne, and that's it. He just sits there on the throne." And I was like, "I just sit on a throne. That's all. I don't have any lines. I don't have anything to. Yeah, I'll do that." And this was the first time I ever did any performance. I don't know how old I was, and I sat on the throne. It was hot. It was outside. It was like in the field. And there was no wasn't I think I had a robe as a prop, and there were people doing all this stuff, like running around. They were having like sword fights and all this stuff, and I was just sitting there on my throne. And at some point they came over and they say something, and I realized I think I should bow my head, and they were like, "Oh, sire, blah blah blah," and I was like, and that was it. And I was like, that's when the entertainment bug bit me. That nod was all it took.
Beepity sweep, sweep, sweep. I have been sitting on this throne for hours. Nothing is happening.
Sharon, what were you expecting to happen on the throne? I mean, really.
You know what happens on the throne?
No, really, Sharon. What are you expecting that's going to happen on this throne?
Well, either a baby or a, poop.
Sharon, you're 55 years old. I think it's time to realize no baby's gonna come out.
Splash!
What is it? Arlene!
What?
All my time on the throne is paid off. Hi, cutie.
Hi. I apologize. I was supposed to be baby aged, but I don't know what happened. But I am
We've been
wet.
waiting a long time. Or Sharon's been waiting a lot. She's sat there for 3 days sometimes.
I will clutch you to my bosom.
I appreciate that. Do you normally have like a visitor while you're? It's fine. It's just I don't know the world yet. But isn't a bathroom normally like there's only one person? That's. But you have
Sharon
like a.
has, she has anxiety issues, and so this is just I'm like a throne doula. I provide comfort.
Like you have like a
and
following,
support.
like a. Yeah.
No, I prefer
Like a porcelain
like
following.
emotional support.
Tag out Kristen and Rick. I am so appreciative that you were willing to be here to really help me with my first hemorrhoid cream application, because I've never done this before. So any coaching you can give or hands-on help would be really, really appreciated.
Well, let me just put on these
Oh,
gloves here.
I prefer natural. The latex, it kind of takes away from the sensitive feeling.
Well,
You
that's
know.
an unusual request.
Splash.
Oh, you again.
Sorry. Apologies. I thought I was already born, but what a mess.
Oh, wow.
You didn't even sit down.
So you're a resourceful little guy.
Well, one has to find one's way through the sewers when that's the way one gets around.
Okay, well, I hope you don't find this uncomfortable, but I was about to get a hemorrhoidal treatment from
But I can
from my
understand
friend.
why you have the hemorrhoids now.
With-
I mean, look at
with
the size
so-
of him.
That seems like it's normally
That's an excellent point. Thank God you're here. Yeah. Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. Let me just get my
Brilliant.
gloves on.
Oh.
Just
All right. Oh, wait, I
Oh.
lost my beer. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh.
Splash.
so just kindly
Wow.
turn around.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna go get a beer too.
Sweep, sweep. Lord, cast my fears away. Dreams of victory are few. I must fight the way they fight, but I must fight today.
Great, that's great. Thank you. That's good. We look, we have an opening. The night shows are covered. That's the thing.
My way.
Yeah, that's great.
Lord, cast my fears.
Tag out Kristen. When I long for a person to support me, I often think of times gone by.
That's great. Let me stop you there. Look, here's the thing. We're booked up for tonight. There's a deck collapse that we need coverage for. Would you be able to sing during a deck collapse?
Absolutely. Do I need to wear something special?
I would wear something bright so they can find you in the debris.
Flash!
What the hell?
Whoa. Did someone say something about a deck?
Yeah, there's a deck collapse
deck
planned for
collapse.
tonight, toilet woman.
I was gonna sing at it, and
You still should. This doesn't change anything.
You, Brenda, you're trying to steal my gig again, aren't you? You, Brenda, with your wings.
Oh,
Yes,
that
Brenda.
Brenda with the wing. Brenda, you're. I just signed you up for the deck. She's in character.
that
She's in
Brenda.
character.
Sorry.
Yeah, she went totally into character.
I thought it was a natural.
I
I
mean-
came up and then I'm going to come down.
let me see if I have anything for you.
Look, Frankie, you make a decision here. You can't have all of us.
Yeah, I know. Look,
And you picked me already. You know, it was my soprano voice.
yeah, let's have Brenda for the deck collapse. I do have. We're gonna scare a bunch of people on the second floor of a mall tomorrow. You could show up for that. Things have been really tough on Broadway, so we're booking what we can. And it looks like I have a crack house on Friday.
Oh, I specialize in
Is
crack
that
houses.
Dr. Burns? Dr. Burns.
Yeah, Dr. Burns Crack House is what it says.
Oh, I'm up for
We're
that.
doing-
I could do
We're
that
doing,
too.
we're doing the Technicolor Dream Code, so you have to get off book, and you have a couple days to get off book.
See, look, I know how to make myself kind of bleary so people think they've had a little too much crack.
And then she just comes in.
Jacob and Son.
Dr. Burns, you gave too much crack. Burns, Dr. Burns, you're so whack. You don't know what you're doing. You're not an MD. I think you better go because you're just a ha-he. What do you think?
It's not a hip hop thing. It's more like a standard
Crack
recycled.
addicts like hip hop.
Frankie, I don't think you know what you've got.
I do have
Yeah,
a lot. I have a
Frankie.
lot to work with. And you know what? To be honest with you, I was looking at this. I actually only have 4/6 of the performers here to book. So I don't want to play favorites or anything like that.
Are you saying you're going to cast the other two?
I mean, that's the hope. I mean, they're in Amherst, so we'll see how that works out.
It's not going to
They're in
work out
Amherst.
good. No,
I don't know
gonna
if
work.
you. Yeah.
It's not going to work.
You suck, Frankie.
Is that our show?
That's our show. Susan.
Woo woo.
Well,
Happy festival.
happy festival. I'm Susan from Tampa.
I'm Kim from Amherst.
Kristen from near Amherst.
I'm Rick from nowhere near Amherst in Philly.
And we're the silver lining.
4-6. 4-6.
Woo, 4-6.
4-6.
4-6.
Thanks,
4-6.
Mickey. Thanks, Vintage
Hey,
Improv
Thank
Festival.
you.
Thank Vintage.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Here. Bye.